the drag mode. What is going on, YouTube? I am back with another video, you guys, and I'm actually in the 1320, so we got a little bit of a different point of view for you guys. You can see we got the race seat, we got the skinnies in the car, man. We are actually this week getting ready for a very, very big event here in Atlanta. My first true race event in Atlanta, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that, you guys. But we're gonna be talking about something major for all my 1320 owners, you guys. We're gonna be talking about why you should not drive in drag mode. And if you guys know, right, if you own one of these, all right, see it, you need to lock into this video. Again, we're gonna be talking about 3 reasons why you should not drive in drag mode. If you don't know what drag mode is, stay tuned. I'm gonna talk about it, but you guys know everything 1320 happens right here. Lock in, hit that subscription button, and let's go. All right, you guys, so the big difference between a SCATPACK and a 1320 is this button right here, you guys, the drag mode. So I'm gonna dive in quickly into what drag mode is, what it does, or what is the difference between your normal SCATPACK, SRT 392, all that good stuff, and your 1320. Now, I have my notes. Don't come for me in the comments, you guys, right? These are factual things. So I'm gonna go ahead and read off a few for you guys. So number 1, drag mode in the 1320 comes with a trans brake, which locks out the output shaft of the automatic transmission to hold the car stationary before a start. One of the biggest advantages at the drag strip of this car. We have a torque reserve, you guys, and that basically helps the launch control by literally managing the fuel flow to the cylinders, controlling spark advance or retard to balance engine RPM, torque, and to maximize power delivery to the launch, right? Again, why is it called the baby demon? We are discussing it right now. 3, it has a SRT Tune 3-mode adaptive dampening system, right? That is huge. Google that if you don't know. That is part of the biggest aspect of the Demon and the 1320 as far as similarities. The drag mode literally helps this car launch, right? So it helps optimize weight transfer, all of that good stuff. You know, we also have the Demon, excuse me, Demon axles, all that good stuff. We do have a performance tune asymmetrical, I believe. Yeah. Asymmetrical limited slip differential 309, and then of course we have launch assist to help basically stop damaging wheel hop, things of that nature, right? Now, to basically put it to you, right, drag mode causes the front suspension to soften to basically help transfer the weight. Another thing is drag mode also locks you out of 8th gear, shift points have become longer, and of course we have the Demon torque converter. I want to say that is at 2350, somewhere around there, and then at trans brake you can get up to 2750, right? So ideally, literally, this car is set up for the drag strip, and this is why I'm telling you guys, do not drive in drag mode, and we're going to discuss the 3 reasons. All right, you guys, so big reason number 1, all right, when you press that drag button, it automatically locks you out of 8th gear. Number 1, it raises RPMs as well, but when you get locked out of 8th gear, that puts a lot on the 7th gear of the transmission, especially at high speeds like highway, things of that nature. It does turn your MDS off, so that's great, so it doesn't bounce back and forth between some of those things. But I also have some upgrades where they just went ahead and took my MDS, etc. off, just for cam purposes, boost purposes, things like that. So for me, driving in drag mode, the first reason is literally it locks you out of 8th gear, which is a lot of people's 60 miles an hour plus when you're not like truly on the car heavy. It allows the car to relax at low RPMs and not necessarily beat on the engine. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I mean once I get on the highway here in a second. And when I press the drag mode, you're gonna actually see the RPMs go up, and you'll also see that I'm locked out of 8th gear. All right, I want you guys to see, we are in gear 8, all right? It is the truth, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and hit the drag mode button for you guys. And you can see the RPMs went up, and I am out of 8th gear. It put me in 7, you guys. Again, that is what drag mode does, so you know I'm not lying to you guys. Now, what I'll do is do 2 different pulls, both of them from 60, and let you see the difference in the actual pulls themselves. And we are not going to drop any gears, because if you know in drag mode you do not want to do that. The shifts are much harder in drag mode. Now the car is tuned to where it's right at a 7,000 RPM shift. Didn't have traction control off. I didn't hit the gas all the way, partially because I'm in Mexico, you guys. But I'm not about to be slipping and sliding and getting up to any crazy speed on camera. That'd be stupid, right? But that is reason number one, you guys. Let's dive into reason two. Reason number two, and big reason number two, you guys, is the car learns your driving habits, all right? And when you're at the drag strip, you want the car to know how to function and how you drive from point A to point B, to not only be consistent, but to be as fast as possible. And when you drive around in drag mode, it again adapts to how you drive highway, city, whatever it may look like whenever you're driving in drag mode, which can cause issues when you go to drive in drag mode at the track. So for me, the car learning how you drive and adapting to that, no matter if you do the fuse trick or the fuse pull trick, if you know, you know. I've still seen drag mode be a little bit lazy. Now, mind you, I have my car plugged into the computer every time I make a pass, not only so I can show my tuner, but to make sure that everything is running as best as possible. That way, if we need to pull timing, all that good stuff, we can, right? So big reason number two, man, the car learns your driving habits, right? So why drive around in a mode when you're not actually at the drag strip? That's just how I feel about it. Again, yes, you can do the fuse pull trick, but I still have seen the car run lazy. The first time I ever did the fuse pull, it really didn't like wake the car up like I expected it to, right? So that's my experience. I know a lot of people that do it. Destroyer 1320, Scavenger 1320 has done it, man. Make sure you check out their YouTube channels. Huge fan of Scavenger 1320, what he is doing with a stock car, you guys. Make sure you check out his channel again. That is reason number two. It learns your driving habit. Reason number three, it turns traction control off. Now that is to an extent to help with wheel hop or any damaging things of that nature, and it uses the wheel speed to control that. So if you're not a great driver, right, if you're making a U-turn or a turn or something like that, you can lose traction, end up wrecking, etc., or losing control of the car itself. Also understand, when you are in drag mode, if you would mash off at the lights on a regular non-prep surface, you are going to spin. If I get to a stoplight, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then also when you press drag mode, kind of like a 3A, the steering like stiffens, right? Because it wants to keep it in a straight line, because obviously the shortest distance between two places is a straight line, right? You know, so even the steering stiffens up, which makes it just a little bit harder on the car, I believe, right? So, you know, my three reasons are mine, right? They're my specific opinion. It's one of those things that if you want to drive in drag mode, by all means, go ahead, man. I've seen a lot of people do it, but again, getting locked out of 8th gear is my biggest reason, right? And ruining the trans that, you know, you go to a Dodge dealership. Not many people know not many people know what a 1320 is. So when you go to the dealership, I've seen some people like, what is that? I've never heard of that, right? So you just got to be very wary of what you do to the car, right? It's one of those things that, yes, seats are $1 option in this car, just like the Demon and the whole Demon box, etc. If you know me, you know this is the baby Demon. Oh, I'm at a stoplight. Here we go, you guys. But outside of that, man, make sure you lock into the channel. Everything 1320 happens right here. Check out some of my previous racing videos. I beat a track hub, raced a Tesla Plaid. I've raced everything, Pro Charge cars, all this good stuff, right? Lock into my channel. Again, everything 1320 happens right here.